Hi, everyone. Welcome to Meal Plan Monday. I am Stephanie Dreyer, a plant-based meal planning expert and the founder of stephaniedreyer.com, where I help busy parents bring more ease to their meal times and their meal prep. And today I am tuning in a little bit early. Welcome to Meal Plan Monday, because my schedule is a little wonky and needed to start a few minutes early. So hope you're catching this. Sorry about the last minute change in time, but I'm very excited to share our topic with you today. Is all about plant-based meal ideas for Halloween. So Halloween is, I have 3 kids, so it's a big holiday in my house, and I've got 2 teens now, so we're kind of all over the place as they've gotten older. But when they were younger, we always had the family over for trick-or-treating, and we do dinner, and then we do trick-or-treating, and then we'd have treats at the house after. And so we've still kind of done that, even though the kids are kind of in and out doing their own thing. I still end up having my grown-up family members come, and normally I do something really simple. But this year, as they're getting older and just wanting, I guess, to savor the time, I'm getting a little bit more creative this year. And what I love about Halloween is it's a great time to introduce people to plant-based foods. So I'm vegan. My oldest is vegetarian, and then I have my 2 other kids and my husband who are not. They eat everything, and I'm the only one in my social circle that's vegan. So even though I do all the cooking and meal planning in my house, I love to have an opportunity to expose other people to plant-based foods. And Halloween, like I said, is a great way to do that because you can present the food in a new and different way and have fun flavors that people can't even believe that it's not vegan. So what I want to do is share with you today a few tips that apply to anything for doing Halloween meal planning or meal ideas. And then I have 5 specific meal ideas that I want to share with you. And I'm in my office today instead of my kitchen because I actually have like photos of some of these things that I want to show you. And I thought it'd be easier to do at my desk while I have everything all laid out nice and pretty. And then over at my blog at stephaniedreyer.com, I'm going to be expanding on these ideas and sharing some recipes that are examples of some of these meal ideas. So if you actually want to go deeper, you can do that as well. So first, a few recommended tips for Halloween meal planning as I've been researching and getting creative on Pinterest and Instagram, etc., is cookie cutters are important. So shapes of, obviously, whatever is spooky to you, but ghosts, bats, and pumpkins are great in different sizes. So you can cut plant-based cheeses, you can cut vegetables with these shapes, as well as breads and other things like that. So that's a really easy way to make anything very festive, is to use a cookie cutter and do that. And then also, as I was doing my research, some really good plant-based foods to use for Halloween are bell peppers and mini pumpkins. You can actually carve, obviously, the mini pumpkin, but you can also carve the mini bell peppers, whether you pick an orange one, green, or yellow. If you do an orange one, it'll look just like a little jack-o'-lantern with the little hat on top if you slice off the top. And those make great little pots or bowls for serving whatever you're going to make, and it just adds that festive element. You can do just a regular filling and use your your vegetable bowl as a servingware, as a serving platter. So okay, so then what else? And then I'm going to talk more about ideas for what you stuff inside those in just a few minutes. And then the other thing that I noticed is using strips of dairy-free cheese or dough, whether you're doing pizza dough or phyllo dough or whatever dough you have. If you cut those into thin strips, you can really do some fun things for mummy effects. And I'm going to show you that to make a mummy. And then also using dough and cheese, like I said, again, with your cookie cutters. So those are just a few tips. Now I want to go into some ideas, and I'm focusing specifically on dinner today. There are so many great plant-based meal ideas out on Pinterest, Instagram, the internet, for appetizers, for desserts, for smoothies, all lunch ideas. There's so many different types of, there are so many Halloween ideas for all of these. But I really wanted to focus on dinner. Hi, Gail. But I wanted to focus on dinner today because that's what I'm going to be doing next week. So, and sometimes dinner is harder. It's easier to think of snacks, and also dinner is harder to plan. So I wanted to equip you with some meal ideas that might help simplify your Halloween meal for the night. So, all right, my first idea, and again, I didn't make any of these ideas up. It was my research and just kind of, I went through and did a lot of research as I'm trying to plan my menu, and I saw some themes with some like general ideas that I kept seeing again and again that would be, I thought, a great way to introduce people to plant-based foods. They would feed a crowd. That was another one. Again, Halloween is in the middle of the week, so we want to do something that's going to be turnkey, that either you can prep ahead or that's easy to put in the oven and just do its thing while you're getting the kids ready and out the door for trick-or-treating. So you'll see I've tried to keep that mindset of a busy working parent in mind as I've put these together. And so the first one was a meatloaf. And the recipe that I'm sharing with you is not, or the inspiration isn't vegan, but it's actually inspiring me to do one for Halloween, because look at this. This is by Annabelle Carmel, and I'll share the link to this recipe. Again, it's not vegan, but I want to make sure to give her credit because I just think it's so clever and would be so easy to veganize. Basically, you do a regular meatloaf, which you could do. There are so many delicious vegan meatloaves, and I'm going to share that on my website and my blog when I compile all this for you later today. But it's really just a meatloaf, and then she used pappardelle on top. She cooked that, and the eyes are mozzarella cheese. Miyoko's makes a great plant-based mozzarella cheese, and olives. That's it. That's all this is. So I thought this was a really fun idea, and I know my kids would love something like this. Again, it's something super easy to prep ahead of time, and then it feeds a big crowd. You could do a really big circle of meatloaf. So that's my first one. I thought that was so clever. Oh, and there's a pie crust. What I loved about this is she made her pie crust from scratch. There is a great pre-made vegan pie crust at Whole Foods, and so I was like, done. This is so easy. This is such a turnkey kind of thing. So I might do a buffet of things. I'm not sure. I'm just got so inspired by all these ideas. So the next meal idea I have for you is pizza. So I actually have done this many Halloweens, but I have not gotten this creative. I just will order it because I'm usually so crazed with the kids getting them everywhere. But as I was doing my research, there are so many creative ways to do pizza. Like I said, get those cookie cutters out, cut your olives and your cheese and whatever you have into shapes. So they used olives to make spiders, and then the cheese obviously is cut into ghosts. And then this was, I'm gonna make sure I give everybody credit for their stuff here. So this spider one, this is Annabelle Carmel again. I love her inspiration. She has such great inspiration for me. And then Fork and Beans did these skull pizzas, which I think are so fun. This would be a fun DIY project for the kids. And then these are one of my favorite from Veggie Save the Day, mummy pizzas. So this is again where you can use your cheese and cut them in strips, and she used English muffins to make this. These are really, really easy. So this is a great appetizer too, or could be like if you're, like I was saying, my kids are in and out with the different ages. You can just have like these out and people can grab as they're coming in and out of trick-or-treating. So I think this is kind of a fun idea. I'm kind of leaning towards that. And what I love about this too is I have a hard time getting my kids to eat vegan cheese. They only like the gourmet expensive one, which is, I raised them right. But it's hard to find cheeses that like just the regular mozzarella and stuff that they'll eat. So this might be a good way for me to try in a small dose to give them like just a taste of it. So we're going to see. We're going to see if that'll work. Okay. So pizza, have fun with pizza. That was my second meal idea. Meal idea number 3 is mummy dogs, to be specific. Okay, so this picture is from raisedvegan.com, and you can use any kind of plant-based sausage or hot dog. My vote would be the Beyond Meat broth. And so I'm kind of giving my menu away. I think I'm going to do something like this. And then the pizzas, just because it's fun, like little finger food, and again, easy to take on the go. But this is so easy, you guys. This is just pizza dough. And you could even, so many crescent rolls are vegan. The one at Trader Joe's is vegan, I know for sure. And I actually think the Pillsbury one is too. And you would just roll out that dough, cut it in strips, and then you wrap it around. And then again, they use, I think these are actually like faux eyes, which you could use, and I just thought of something, you could use hearts of palm as eyes as well, and then like a little olive or whatever, a poppy seed, something like that. So that's another idea for you. Use your favorite sausage, your favorite pizza dough or crescent roll. You could stuff these inside with other things too. So have fun. Little mummies, I think those are so cute. And then my, this is my, actually, I'm gonna save my favorite one for last and skip around to salad. Okay, I know that sounds boring, but if you're trying to introduce more vegetables to your family, this would be a fun way to do a crudité setup or salad, and then you could have some fun plant-based dips, hummuses or ranch dip or something like that to show how delicious plant-based. You don't need the dairy to make it delicious, but it's all in the presentation, as my dad would say. It's all in the presentation. Look at how they displayed the salad. This is from Fork and Beans. Fork and Beans is a great resource for Halloween. She does amazing stuff. I love her stuff. But she made a graveyard out of the salads. I just thought that was so clever and an easy way to do something different for Halloween. So that's my number 4. And then last but not least, I like this idea because you really can take whatever filling that your family loves, and it's really, again, the presentation, how you display it. So my last meal idea for you for Halloween is stuffed pumpkins or bell peppers. And these are some ideas of some things that you can, this one is from simpleseasonal.com. This one is from, I want to make sure I give everyone their credit, everydayjenny.com. And then this one, they use spaghetti from Fountain Avenue Kitchen. And what I wanted to do to inspire you here, and I'm gonna, again, I will link to some ideas for recipes to stuff with. You can use your favorite taco filling and do something like that. For the pumpkins, you could do some, or anything actually. You could do your favorite chili. You could do a quinoa or a rice that's stuffed that has maybe some plant-based sausage or beans or chickpeas or lentils. Just make that ahead of time. Then you cook these up, hollow them out, and stuff them, and you serve them. The spaghetti, how fun is that? I thought that was, kids love spaghetti, right? And actually, I mean, this is funny because it looks kind of ghoulish with the regular spaghetti. You could do this with just, Trader Joe's has that really fun hot fall pasta shapes right now. And they might even have, I think I've seen like ghosts and stuff. So you could just do a traditional pasta that you do in sauce and stuff it in here. And as your base, like your little bowl, and how festive and easy is that? And again, this is kind of portable too. If you could take that on the road as you're walking around eating your spaghetti as you're trick-or-treating. So those are just a few ideas for you, 5 to be exact. Just to recap, so we've got the pizzas. Well, actually, what did I say first? We had the meatloaf, we had the pizzas, we had the mummy dogs, and then the stuffed pumpkins and or bell peppers, and then the graveyard salad. So I hope that inspires you for Halloween and gets you thinking out of the box of some ways you can introduce some plant-based foods to your family for the holiday. Again, I'm going to link to some specific plant-based recipes that you could use with these pictures as inspiration. And I would love to hear what you are planning for Halloween and what candy you use. That's the other thing. I could have done a whole thing on candy. There's tons of great vegan Halloween candy out there, and I have to restrain myself from not buying it since we get so much candy in the house. But anyway, I would love to hear what you think of these ideas. Hi, Natalie. And what do you guys do for Halloween? Like, how do you get a meal? Because inevitably the last few years, Halloween has fallen in the middle of the week. So how do you get your kids, get home from work, get your kids dressed after school, activities, whatever, for Halloween, and make it out and back and still get a homemade meal in them? Because as you know, I'm committed to feeding my kids a homemade meal at least 5 times a week. So, like I said, I usually call it in on Halloween. I usually do pizza, but this year I'm going to challenge myself to do something homemade and fun, mostly for the adults, I think, because the kids are going to be in and out with my teenagers. So, anyway, I'm going to end it there. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out here in the comments or DM me. And if you want to hear what my meal plan specifically is for the week, I'm here every Monday at noon. Like I said, we started a little early this week because my schedule's a little off, but I'm usually here Mondays at noon Pacific Standard Time. And next week, we are going to be talking about healthy plant-based snacks that can be prepped on the weekend and eaten all week long. So I love to batch cook, and I've focused on a bunch of different topics related to batch cooking over the last few months, but I'm specifically going to focus on snacks next week. So tune in for that if you're a snacker and you want some fun plant-based snacks and ideas that you can prep ahead, then this will be your Facebook Live to join. And then on Fridays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, actually this week it's going to be a little later, around 11, I think, 11 or noon. And I share my actual meal plan. I come back from the grocery store in real time because I meal plan on Thursdays, I shop on Fridays, and I batch cook on Sundays. So I come back from my shopping trip on Friday and come right straight to you with my meal plan for the week and walk you through what I'm planning for my family. I share meals, recipes, and my process for how and why I chose what I did to hopefully help you and inspire you to get your menu together for the week. So there you have it. Thank you so much for joining. Like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out in the comments below directly via Messenger, or you can always email me at hello@stephaniedryer.com. Have a beautiful day, and I hope to see you later this week or next week. Bye.